And I'm Jane.
And this is Bitch and Batch,
our series where we break down this week's episode of The Bachelor.
It's week 4.
This week I feel like was like a lot of drama that was really like,
He was like vibing or whatever, I guess that's what you call it, with the ladies. We start off, they're going to Singapore.
I thought it was funny that he said, we're going somewhere the Bachelor franchise has never gone before. And they all like screamed with excitement and joy. And I was like, it could be like awful. You don't know.
I mean, they've gone to some pretty weird places in the United States that are just fields. You can put a hot tub anywhere. So first one-on-one was Tayshia, which I wasn't expecting. They were not teasing Tayshia. He brings her to a bungee jump.
I would never. If a boy took me on a date to go bungee jumping, I'd be like, all right, you can do it. I'm not gonna. It looked so scary. No.
Colton was very scared too.
Every single episode, he just gets more and more endearing, and I'm almost mad about it now.
I'm also mad about it. I'm just mad at the producers for giving us 2 seasons of Colton being incredibly annoying and having a specific plot line. And this time, they were just like, Colton, be yourself. And then we got that.
His date with Tayshia, they went swimming. She wore a one-piece. That's new.
He likes Tayshia a lot.
Well, there's no one so far that I've noticed him like disliking other than the people that he sent immediately home.
He's not playing games.
No.
Whenever the girls come up to him trying to start drama, he's just like puts his head down in his hands and he's like shakes his head and is like, I don't know what to do.
Then he has like follow-up questions. He's like, okay, if you're saying this, then why are you saying this? How do you think it'll help?
He just wants to find love. Colton is here for the right reasons. He did the dinner situation. Mm-hmm. She tells him that she was divorced. She was married and divorced. Okay, we got it. We've heard those before. They kissed a bunch. He gave her the rose. End of Tayshia date. It was good though.
I liked her. My one note I wrote in this episode of Jane's Notes that don't make sense was Tayshia cute.
Next we get the group date with everybody except Caitlin. They go and walk around Singapore.
They eat some food that makes Onyeka puke later in the outtakes.
We do the leeches.
Anna B was annoying me so much. I'm sure a producer is egging her on. She uses everything to bring up Kaylin. Like, I mean, we're supposed to be on this date with leeches, but I have a leech back at the house. Her name is Kaylin. I'm like, don't call her a leech. What? This episode just really is trying to convince you that Hannah is obsessed with this drama and Kaylin's trying to move past it.
Also, he likes Hannah B now, which I didn't know. He's like not just not sending her home because of the producers. He's outright said that he likes her.
The drama that the producers are trying to make isn't really happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch this show for the drama between the women. I watch this show because Colton is endearing and I want to watch love happen. We are here for the
right reasons. Oh, he likes Cassie. I did write that.
Oh, I hated that bit where they said that he and Cassie looked like siblings, and then later they made out while joking that they were siblings.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna go far.
Yeah, I just feel it.
Top 2.
Demi has a conversation with Colton on the one-on-one where she talks about her mother being released from prison. I was confused. Demi just keeps throwing me off because sometimes I like her, sometimes I'm just like, Demi, shut up.
Just heard Colton be like, I was really impressed by how dedicated to family she is. And then he gave her the rose and I was like, wait, what? I think he's more so like picks the people that he really likes. He knows that he wants to take to the end, like Hannah, G, and Cassie. And he's like, okay, I know I have a connection with them. I don't need to worry about giving them roses throughout the dates because they're who my first roses are going to at the rose ceremony. So I'll try and give out my group date roses to people that are sticking out to me in the moment that I wouldn't expect.
Strategically. There were many moments this week where people kept being like, this is not a game. And I was like, that's exactly what this is. Final one-on-one is with Caitlin. And the beginning of her date is just, this happens at least once a season, where the Bachelor just takes the woman out and buys her a ton of shit. And that's exactly what he did.
So Kaylin's date, they go into some really sensitive Subject matter. I thought she was very brave for saying what she did. I thought Colton responded very well. I'm hoping the show didn't pressure her into saying anything that she wasn't okay saying.
I thought he responded incredibly well. I was like very shocked how well he responded, because he basically said like, it's not my place to be upset about this because this isn't about me.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying like, oh, I can relate to this. It was more like, I understand this and this is how I have dealt with it in the past and this is how we can go forward to deal with that. But it's still a show that's made for women. It's a genre that is specifically for women, and if they don't talk about women's issues, then it's just entertainment. And now they're finally like, oh, we know who our audience is now and we have to address it.
Yeah.
We can't just like not talk about it anymore. And then they put the phone number for the sexual assault hotline at the end of the episode. And Colton also Instagrammed a photo from their date, like a caption that was like, if you want to report or if you like have experienced this, here's the phone number. She gets the rose, obviously.
And then later on, Kaylin's like, girl, let's bury the hatchet. And they kind of do. Which was nice. There was what felt like hours of Demi Courtney drama.
Which came out of nowhere. Courtney has gotten literally like 0 screen time up to this point.
For some reason, Demi says she's the cancer of the house just because she called her out on being immature one time.
And also acting like the term the cancer of the house was literally the worst insult you could say to any human being. It was like, even my worst enemies wouldn't say that about me. And I was like, what?
Demi also thought of that out of nowhere, immediately said it to Colton, and Colton was like, she's what? And then immediately was like, hey Courtney, Demi said you're the cancer of the house. And it was like,
and then we heard that term
what?
many times. I have no one to blame except Courtney, only because when they were on the group date, she was complaining. She was like, I haven't talked to Colton. And then instead of going and talking to Colton, she goes and tells Demi that she should stop talking to Colton. So, really, the entire time, it's just been Courtney complaining about not talking to Colton when she didn't even try.
I loved that moment during the cocktail party when Demi was talking about Courtney to Colton, and then Courtney awkwardly walked in, and it was just silent while she shuffled in and was like, hi guys, what are you talking about? And then I was like, can I see him for a sec? And Demi was like, yeah, and then left, and there was just such awkward silence of oh, that moment when you know they were just talking about you.
Okay, rose ceremony.
It was Demi's 2 enemies, Courtney and Tracy. Bye. Don't mess with Demi, it gets you sent home apparently.
Yeah.
There's 13 ladies left.
We got less than half, thank God, because now I can actually recognize all of them.
We didn't get a celebrity guest for the first time this week. Apparently that country singer from last week that was randomly on a date has been there multiple times before on the show and went right over my head. I've never heard of her before. I can't even remember her name now, and I looked it up. Let me see if I can name the 13 women. Okay, Hannah B, Hannah G, Kaylin, Onyeka, Sydney, Elise,
Cassie,
Katie,
Tasha,
Demi. 3 more. Ooh, that girl. I can picture her face, but I can't think of her name. Never been kissed.
Heather.
Never been kissed.
The never been kissed.
Nicole.
All right.
And then one more.
Oh, Kirpa.
She's getting no screen time.
None.
They keep cutting to her every now and then, and I'll be like, right, she's there.
She's great. I really like her. She's the dental hygienist who said she wanted to clean Colton's teeth. So I like her a lot.
Anyway, so, subscribe to Lunar Buzz. That's
Thanks
us.
for watching.
I like the moon, she likes bees. Look for a poll on our social media of which rom-com you'd like us to talk about for Valentine's Day.
It's almost the month of love.
The month of love. What did I do last week? Love and romance. It's my song.
Yes. It slaps. Okay, bye.
Can I come out?
Yeah.